Yeah, you get mean. Like Mother Toast.
She's very good.
Spread rumors.
Like about
Now, as I approach 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. As I approach an x value of 4, on the graph I can see that it's there, right? It exists. It's an output of 2. But one of the things we can do is just double check. If I take the 4 and plug it in, what's the square root of 4? Okay, so I can see it there. I bet if you went to the table, you could see it. And again, on the graph, you can see it. If direct substitution yields the answer, 99.9% of the time, it probably is your answer. Okay, so what about x squared minus 2x plus 5? Think about that graph. Parabola, U-shaped graph. It's continuous, right? Its domain is everywhere. There are no restrictions on that domain. So we should be able to plug the 1 in there. So I get 1 squared minus 2 times 1 plus 5. What do you get?
Plus 5.
Okay.
You read 3.
I start star.
How is it
4.
4?
1 squared is 1. 1 squared is 1. Negative 2 plus 5. So 1 plus 5 is 6. Minus the 2 is 4.
4.
Plug in 0. What do you get? Plug in zeros for the x's. All you're left with is the 1 over negative 4. So negative 1/4. A constant of 10. Its graph would be like this. Doesn't matter what x I approach. What's the limit of a constant function? The output is always at 10. So it doesn't matter what I ask you to approach. It's always going to be at 10. How about the sign of x? What happens when you plug in 0?
0.
You could look at the graph of that one. What happens when you plug in 1?
negative 0 and
0.
0?
So direct substitution is yielding the answer. If you look at it, it's a V-shaped graph shifted to the right 1. So when I shift the V-shaped graph to the right 1, the point of the V lands on the x-axis, and that's what where they're asking us to look. No. I know. Yep. The question is, we just did 6 problems where we took the number and we plugged it in, which I describe as direct substitution, and it worked. The question was, what do you do if it doesn't work?
Eliminate.
What skill set do you guys have right now? Look at a table or look at the graph. Now tomorrow we'll start to work on a few other algebraic techniques, some simple techniques that you can use. But for today, if you plug the number in and you get the error, or 0 over 0 or something, go to the graph or go to the table. All right, so this is a piecewise function. We're supposed to do this. What's the limit as x approaches 2? Now, my graph is when x is not 2, I'm at 5. And when x is 2, I'm at 1. Your choices are 1, the limit does not exist. 2, the limit is 5. 3, the limit is 1. Or 4, I don't know. And you're gonna vote. So everybody puts their hand right under here. Nobody's looking around. You're looking. You are looking right at me. Do not look around the room. Do not look at your person sitting next to you, behind you, or in front of you. Look at me. 1, the limit does not exist. 2, the limit is 5. 3, the limit is 1. Or 4, I don't know. Now there are different rules that you're probably running through in your head. Does not exist. A limit of
Start voting, let's go.
somebody that said the limit does not exist. Do you care to explain your reasoning? If you said, yes, you should have voted.
Yeah.
Oh.
She had
Have you
lipstick on
seen
her
that
heel
movie,
limits.
Kat?
Oh, yeah.
She's
The
like,
limit
"No,
does
it
not
does
exist.
not
Yankee
exist."
Ho.
Oh, that's the quote you quoted.
Yeah.
Does anybody have an explanation why they chose does not exist?
I put 2.
Saying the limit is 1?
Oh, isn't it because of the first rule? Oh, no, that's not what it
Yeah,
is.
what are you saying?
I didn't even have
What was your what did you pick for your limit?
I didn't get the choice.
What did you pick?
I thought the one would have been 2.
2's not even a choice.
Yeah. My bad.
Does not exist.
Yeah, it's because it's one of those graphs where there's a hole in it, and you can only get like really close to it, like we've been talking about. So, and like in those problems, you said that it doesn't exist. So, I just kind of
love it.
So both of those points are points on the graph. Is it because both of them do not approach one at the same? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Give me a number that's close to 2. What? When you plug in 2.1, Robin, what do you get for an output?
No idea.
5.
You get 5.
Plugging it in.
You get 5.
I said, wait, why?
If you plug in anything that's not 2, you get an output of 5.
That's what
Oh.
What happens when you plug in 1.99? What happens when you plug in 2.00001? What's your limit?
That's what I said.
The confusion. That was the third choice. 1, limit does not exist. 2, limit of 1. 3, limit of 5. 4,
I
none.
see no problem. We should watch the
But listen now. The confusion is a lot of people always take drug substitution route. You guys, the nature is that's the easiest way to do it. And so people always assume that if I plug in the 2 and I get 1, that's the output. That is, but the definition of the limit is as you get arbitrarily close. It has nothing to do with the exact value there. So as you get arbitrarily close to 2, what are your values doing? And you're stuck up there at 5. Okay?